see if this is a good setup. Can you even see anything? Should be fine, right? Don't fall. Okay. Turn this down. Hey guys. I'm live again. Last time was really fun, so I think I'm going to make the live streams a more consistent thing on my channel. So thank you so much for stopping by. Today, kind of dirty, I thought we'd do a little propagation box update. I'll wait for a few more people to join before we get into it. But, hello, how are you all? How's your Monday? What are you up to? Kai and I are up to same old, same old. He just woke up from a nap. Ryan, school is starting back up. So Ryan's been going to school, getting his classroom ready. It starts up on Wednesday or Thursday. I can't remember which day. So he's been going the last few days to get it ready. And he's also in the process of flipping a house. So he is finishing up that. So it's been kind of crazy. He goes to school and then works on his house after. Yeah. On the surprise node boxes. So I'm not in the place to be, based on everything I just said, I'm not in the place to really be starting a new project, but I'm hoping somebody else does it. Starts it up. How was your first day back? Are you a student or a teacher? Guys, side note of my propagation box, I don't know if you can even see, look at how dirty the top of this is because I like set plants on there after I bottom watered them so they can dry off before I put them back like on my windowsill. Your school's starting back online. Honestly, we think that's how this school year is gonna end up, but they're trying going back to school. There's not really a solid plan. Well, they have a plan, but it doesn't seem very solid in my opinion. So I feel like they're gonna end up online, and Ryan feels the same. Oh, you guys, sorry, I'm trying to keep up with the comments. It's hard because A, I can't see from this distance, and B, they're like coming kind of fast. So anyway, okay, I think we're gonna go ahead and get into the update. I guess first, this is kind of random. It's not really a propagation box, but a little bit. So I wanted to show you these cute little succulents that I've been growing. So these ones, can you even see? I think they're so cute. They're Mother of Thousands Kalanchoe. I got these as like the tiny little babies you pull off the leaf. Oh, there's a notification. I got these as tiny little babies you pull off the leaf of a Mother of Thousands. I just threw them in here and they've been propagating for a few months. I got them from my mom's plant. And so they start out, they have like the rounded leaves, and then as they age, they get the ruffled leaves. Like pretty much all Kalanchoe, it seems like, have the ruffled edges, the scalloped edges. And they've all rooted so far, which is really nice. They all have made it. None of them have died off. And then I also have these tiny little burrows tail there and there in this box as well. So this one is just soil, and I don't put a lid on this or anything, but it does help keep a little bit of humidity in there. So yeah. I just wanted to show you that because I think they're so cute. I'm about to get ready to pot them up into their own little pots. These are very quick growers. So yeah, they're going in their own pots even though they're so small. But just wanted to show you that because I think they're so cute. Set this back here. Oh, out of the way. Okay, now for the prop box, you guys. Alrighty. I do get some questions about my propagation box still. I do have a full video on it, but There are still a few questions I get. Number one being how I prevent mold. So I kind of briefly touched on it in the video. I do take the lid off of this almost every single day to air it out. And when I like re-wet the sphagnum, I don't water the plants in here consistently. I only re-wet the sphagnum if I'm noticing no condensation on the sides of the box for a few days. Yeah, then I'll go ahead and re-wet the sphagnum. And I don't make it so wet that it's like dripping and sopping. I only wet it enough that there's not like a dry part. Like if I wring the moss, no water like really comes out, if that makes sense. Like you don't want it to be sopping. I just pour the water in here like normal, and then I'll kind of like keep an eye on the bottom. Gosh, you can't even see it. I can't tip it because I have a thing in here, but I wet it and then I'll let it soak for a few minutes. And then I'll check the bottom like I just showed you. And if I see any dry parts through the bottom of the container, that's why I like using a clear container, a fully clear container instead of just like a clear top. If I notice dry spots if I notice dry spots, I'll go ahead and add more water and repeat that process until I'm not seeing any dry spots. If I notice that there's water just collecting at the bottom of the container, after a few minutes, that means I've added too much water, and I'll go ahead and either put a towel in and like I'll put a dry towel in a corner and like tilt it so the excess water absorbs into the towel, or I will leave the lid off for like that day so any excess water can like evaporate out. So yeah, okay. Yeah, I think that's the most asked question about this, but okay. I want to show you some of the plants I've been propagating in here. Do you think should I like do this? Let's see if I can adjust you. Woo! Woo! Popped up. Okay, I think that might be better. Is that better? You can kind of see my little baby swinging right here. Are you happy, boy? You happy, boy? Yeah. Yeah. All right, where do I want to start? So I guess first, turn you around so you can see what I'm talking about. Here I have this jar of water so that I can keep the humidity up. And I just decided, I cut these off of my Begonia maculata propagation I also took from my mom's plant. I recently potted it up into soil. It's sitting over there now. But I took these bottom leaves off. They were just a little bit too close to the soil when I potted it. And I put them in water, and look. It's been a few weeks now since they've been in here. They both have pretty adequate roots. I'll probably leave them in here a little bit longer before I pot them. Just because I'm enjoying like keeping an eye on these roots. Yeah, so they like it in here. And these edges were already like that when I put them in here. They were the bottom leaves of the cuttings I got from my mom. So yeah, I mean, that just kind of happens with begonia plants. Sometimes the bottom of the leaves will like dry off when you take the cutting. Hi from Iceland. Hello, Iceland. Guess what? Iceland is like on my top list of places I want to visit. Oh gosh, you guys, I have actually quite a top list of places I want to visit. Oh, little fun side note. My sisters and I booked a trip to Japan for next September. So I'm really excited. Random side note, just throwing that out there. Okay, anyway, onward. So next to that, I guess I'll show you this. So these are, oh gosh, you can't even really see the roots. This is a philodendron bipenifolium. I had this as a full plant. You guys have probably seen it in my video. It was really, really scraggly, so I just cut the plant up into individual little nodes, and these are what I am left with. They are very well rooted. Like, here's an example of a cutting I took. These are what all the little cuttings look like. This one has a little bit of a root, but not much. Hope you can see that. But these ones have quite a lot of roots. Most of them have a lot of roots. So yeah, they're doing well. Here's another one that has a leaf and a new growth point and roots. Keeping them a little grouped together here. Okay. Next to that, I have this Hoya caudata. I don't know how to say it. that I bought as a cutting. It has also rooted, but I'm gonna wait for it to get a little bit more significant roots before doing anything. This one is a very, very slow grower and very, very slow rooter. So if you get one of these, be wary of that. It will take some time. Hoya caudata, maybe? Yeah, I'm probably saying that wrong. You guys know me, the words aren't too easy. Okay, next to that is the plant that I'm probably the most excited about that I have in here. It is this. Oh, those roots are there. I need to get this potted up soon. Okay, this is a Philodendron fibrosum. If you guys watched the video I did about the plant's heart-shaped leaves sent to me, Rachel sent to me, this is that Philodendron fibrosum. So the main leaf that was on it when she sent me the cutting did die off. So I just stuck the node, whatever this is called, the cutting in the propagation box, and I haven't really done anything with it, but it has now rooted. Look at how crazy that is. Getting really long. I need to pot it up soon. I'm gonna give it a little bit more time in here. I'll probably wait for this leaf to harden off before I pot it up, but it also has its new leaf. The cool thing about this plant, look at how hairy the stem is, the petiole is, I guess, before anybody yells at me. I know it's a petiole, I just call it a stem. But look at that. So fuzzy and cool. So I'm really excited about that. It took a while for the leaf to form, but once it did, once the leaf formed, it opened up really quickly, which was exciting. Yep, the baby's just swinging over here, chewing on his toy, because guess what, you guys? He has 4 teeth now. He's not even 7 months yet. He's not even 6.5 months yet. And he has 4 teeth. What the heck? Why are you growing so fast? You stop it. You stop it. No, you're not gonna, huh? Okay. Now, next to those, I have some Hoya in here. You guys know I love putting Hoya in here. Ooh, this guy's really rooted. This is a Hoya australis albomarginata, I think is what it's called. I got these from a seller on Instagram. Look, it's getting some new growth right there. This one isn't very well rooted, but this one is very rooted. I could go ahead and pot this, but I'll probably wait for this one to root a bit more so I can just pot them together. But yeah, this has actually put out these 2 new leaves, and it's starting to do something here, which is exciting. So yeah, Hoya australis albomarginata. Maybe, don't quote me on that. Okay, so I also have this Philodendron lupinum, I think is how you say it, that I put in here. I got this online a few months ago, hasn't done very well. It really went through a lot of shipping shock, so it has never really been a happy plant for me. And finally, I decided to put it in the prop box and hope that it'll come back, do something a little bit better, turn around a little bit. It just has been really, really sad, and I don't know why, but yeah, hopefully it turns around. I just barely stuck this in here a few days ago. Okay, here's another little cute thing. This is a little Hoya. I don't even know what kind it is. If you guys know, let me know. It's just a tiny little guy. It's been in here for a long, long time. I actually got this from my mom as well. It is rooted a little bit. This is such a slow grower. I've literally had this in here for months, and it has finally done its first thing. Okay, you really can't even barely see this leaf right here. Just barely popped out after months and months of effort of it in the propagation box. So I'm going to take that as a sign that it's going to start doing some things, but I think it's so cute and little. Okay, you guys, there's so many plants in here. Alrighty, next up, let's see, I have some Monstera standleiana, this plant. Let me see if I can pull one. Oh, this one's hard to pull out because there's a lot of roots. These are very, very easy to propagate in the prop boxes. But this plant, I took a whole bunch of cuttings off of mine because mine was getting unruly. And it's rooted. They're all pretty much rooted. I think I have about 10 in here. I'm not going to pull them all out, Yeah, there's about 10 in there, and they all are rooted and have new growth points, which is very exciting. This is a very, very easy one to propagate in the prop box. I have a parlor palm, a very small one though. So yeah, these I'm getting ready to, I'm trying to get more plants like available for sale. So I've been propagating like a mad woman. Seriously, you should see, if any of you follow me on Instagram at Harley_G_. I posted on my story today about my plant room. It is so crazy. Partially because I have a baby and it's hard to like, oh, my phone's gonna die. Because I have a baby and it's hard to keep things clean. I just kind of throw stuff in there, but I've been propagating like mad. That room is crazy because I'm just constantly taking cuttings, propping them, moving them around into pots, taking more cuttings. Like, I also have a grow tent in the basement, but haven't really kept up on that. I haven't started selling plants yet. If you want to go follow the page I will be selling plants on, it's called The Foliage Fix. That's going to be our shop name. I haven't even announced that yet, so you guys are getting a little sneak peek into that. Yeah, so The Foliage Fix on Instagram. If you want to go follow it, I haven't posted on there or anything, haven't announced it at all, but that is where I will be selling plants. Okay, anyway, and like I've talked about a lot of times, I'm going to keep the prices very, very, I'm gonna keep them as low as I can. Of course, like, it isn't free to grow plants. So yeah, I'm gonna keep them very fair, very, very fair. Yeah, he's a very easy baby. Yes, at The Foliage Fix. Thank you for posting that. I just spit. Did you guys just hear him poop? Did you poop your pants? Did you poop your pants? Do you feel better now? Did you guys hear that? I'm not doing this with my mom. So I did used to have the plant shop with my mom, but we just had some like different ideas of where we wanted it to go. Like, we just saw it ending up somewhere differently. And it was really hard because she lives, I mean, from where I live now, it's like a 45-minute drive to her house. So it was kind of hard to, like, I just felt like I was constantly driving to her house. Every single day I was driving there. It was kind of a lot. And then with the baby coming, like, I don't know, we just kind of decided to go our own ways. We went through some things, to be honest. We went through a little bit of a like hardship in our relationship, and we still kind of do. We butt heads a lot because we're like pretty similar. But now it's all good. So yeah, the shop is called The Plant Hall if you want to go on their website. Her big thing is she doesn't want to like rip people off. So you really can like expect fair prices from there. So yeah, The Plant Hall. And she has an Etsy and then also just like theplanthall.com. So yeah. What challenge should we start? Yes, I will be selling micans. I actually was looking at my plant today. I need to take some more cuttings from it. It's getting a little bit crazy. I'll throw them in the prop box actually at some point too. Okay, I'm like getting off task here. So I also have some melanochrysum cuttings that I had a long runner on my plant that wasn't forming any leaves. So I cut them all up into individual little nodes, and this is roughly what we're left with. Could you stop? No, you don't stop. You let that out so you feel better, but people are watching. People are watching. You don't care. Good. You shouldn't care. Okay. There's that one. I have a few of these in here. Okay. Oh, here's another Hoya. I don't have as many Hoya in here right now. I actually ended up potting them up. This is a Hoya Carnosa Gray Ghost. This is like the slowest growing Hoya I have ever come in contact with. It has been in here for not quite 2 months. Well, actually maybe 2 months now. Almost 2 months. And it barely has any roots growing, but that is okay. As long as it's not dying, I'm fine with that. So yeah, it is a slow grower if you ever stumble upon one of these. They're not very common. I got this from a seller friend on Instagram. They're hard to come by and they're pretty pricey, I'm going to be honest with you, because they're so slow growing. But yeah, look at that cool color of the leaf. I don't even know if it's coming across as silvery on screen as it is in person. What did you eat, dude? What did you eat? You're cute. I'm sorry, I keep getting distracted by my baby. Because I'm talking and he interrupts me with his farts. Yeah, you just want my attention. Every time I turn around, I swear he farts. Okay, yeah, so we'll be waiting on this one for a long, long time. I also have some philodendron Burl Marks fantasy cuttings, single leaf cuttings in here that I'm working on. I know this is a wish lister for a lot of people, so I'm doing my best to get a bunch of these propagated. Look, oh, that's a nice white little root right there. So yeah, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 full this size leaves in here, and then I also have some bare nodes in here as well. Which is actually what I'm going to get into next. So I don't really have a great way to show you. This corner here, I have just been throwing in empty nodes, like runners and just empty runners, plants that don't, any of the cuttings I take that don't have leaves, I just throw them in this corner and I've been letting them grow. So they're kind of surprise plants. Like I know overall what I have in here, but I don't know what's what until it starts pushing out leaves. And even then I'm a little bit confused. So like, here's an example. This one is very well rooted. This is a melanochrysum that did not have a leaf. Like it was just this cutting in here, and it has now popped out a leaf. I now know it's a melanochrysum. It's also well rooted, but that's an example of like what I have going on. This one is another really fun one. I have no idea what this is. If you know what this could be, let me know. Like I still don't know which one this one is, because sometimes plants, like philodendron especially, it seems like once they first form leaves, that was juicy, dude. Once they first form leaves, they look one way, but then as they mature, they look a different way. So a lot of these plants I've bought the mature form. So like I won't really know until they grow. Oh, and look, there's another little growth point down there. That's exciting. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. So I have a whole bunch going. Here's another one. I'm just gonna show you these. I think it's really, really fun, really exciting. Highly recommend getting empty node cuttings if you're wanting something to grow and have some excitement in life. Me and Kai don't get out of the house too often. I mean, nobody really gets out of the house too often lately, but I'm already a homebody and this has caused me to be extra of a homebody. Anyway, like that's just an example. I'm so excited, and I swear every day I come in here, I'm seeing new things happening with these little node cuttings, and it really is a lot of fun. Oh, this one, I know what this one is. You guys, this one is an Aglaonema pictum tricolor. Like, oh, why is my phone not focusing? Do I need to like clean the camera? Hang on, let me wipe off the camera. I think it might not be clean. Okay. I have a whole bunch of these tiny little Aglaonemas in there that I'm working on. Like, I think there's like 10 in there of these. You know what? I actually think that's what this is. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I have a whole bunch of these in there. And that is gonna be a pictum tricolor! Yay! It's so still not focusing. Yeah, it is very tiny. And that's kind of the thing, like it's going to be a while until I can get some of these like ready to sell, but I mean, it's a fun process for me anyway, but it is definitely time consuming and it's not like no effort, you know? So hopefully. Oh my gosh, you know what? All of these little ones that I'm like, I have no idea what it is. These are Aglaonema pictum tricolors. I'm like pretty certain that's what this one is too. So I wonder when it's going to get its variegation. I'm recognizing the stems now. So, oh, that's really exciting. They're rooting a lot better in here than I thought they were going to. You guys, I have so many of these in here, and by so many I mean like 10, but I think that's kind of a lot because they're not very easy to come by. That's not doing anything. Are there any others I can show you? I have some Monstera albos in here. I have Monstera adansonii. I have some Monstera Peru, although I'm not seeing any of those ones with leaves yet. I have Bipenifolia, Melanochrysum, Standleyana, gosh, a whole bunch of just random ones in here that haven't started forming leaves yet. So I kind of find that when you're propagating the nodes in these boxes, it takes a while for them to start putting out leaf growth, but once they do, it happens quick. Like once the growth point has started, it'll go quick, but it's getting the growth point started that is a process. What's your opinion? Do you have a story? Don't be shy. You're not a shy baby. You're not shy at all. Are you showing them your toy? Yeah. Okay, I'm so sorry I keep getting distracted. Anyway, that is the prop box. I think that's all I really have to show right now. I'll keep you guys updated. And again, it's the foliage fix if you want to go see, like once I have stuff available for sale, hopefully here soon. Once Ryan finishes up his house, we have a whole bunch down in our grow tent. Once Ryan gets the house sold, things will kind of mellow out for us and I'll have more time that I can devote to that. Right now I just can't, like between the baby and taking care of the plants and the dogs and the cat and also my own mental health, I can't focus on that right now, but I mean like I am working on it. So yeah, I have a lot of water props. I do have a lot of Cebu Blue going, also Monstera Peru, some Standleyana. I mean, I have a whole bunch going. Like literally, I have so many plants going right now in my plant room. It's kind of hard to keep track of everything, and I'm constantly taking more cuttings, and then as they get rooted, I move them down into the grow tent once I pot them up. So that is filling up quickly. It's just a process. Like, of course, I can't just sell plants that aren't ready to grow. So it's a process, but we're getting there, and I promise you I'm doing everything I can to get things to grow, but they'll only grow as quick as they can. So like that kind of is what it is. I don't know, stay tuned, I guess. But okay, I think that's everything I'm gonna show today in my little propagation box. So if any of you guys have a propagation box of your own, I would love to see what you have growing in there. So if you would tag me on Instagram, like maybe post a story of your prop box talking about a few of the plants you're most proud of in it, things that have worked for you, successes, things that haven't worked. I'd love to see some updates. Yeah. At Harley_G_. Yeah, and I think I need to go change the baby's diaper. I think you guys know that I need to go change the baby's diaper because you could hear him that whole time. But yeah, that is it for this. I will see you in my next one.